で時々このようにですね、私も尻尾を動かす係、そういう。
So often when they didn't have a wire, I would move the tail.
これは84年のゴジラで映ってるのはこの部分だけなんですね。
So in this area, the area that's squared is the only area you see actually in the movie, and so he's moving the tail, so you can just see part of the tail moving, and he's actually holding it, moving it himself.
でも私は邪魔にならないように尻尾を持ってろと言われたんですけど、どうせやるならこうゴジラが振り向いた時に尻尾が手前にドーンとくるとかっこいいじゃないですか。
飛ばしたわけです。So he says, the director was telling him, he says, we want you to take care of the tail, but just make sure you don't get in the picture. Okay, but then he says, you know, the tail movie is fine, but you should throw it in front of him at the end, it would look really cool, so.
でもテストの時からそれをやってないからみんなびっくりしますよね。やらないですね。
So he didn't, during the test, he just did what he was told to do.
すごい怒られましたね。
And then during the real thing, he threw the tail in front of him, and they really got pissed at it.
そしてある日、実はそのゴジラという撮影そのものが大掛かりな特撮をやるのは東宝でも10年ぶりぐらいだったんですね。
It had been about 10 years since Toho itself had done a really big special effect movie as well.
円治さんの時代からやってるベテランのスタッフと結局それだけでは撮影をするに十分なスタッフの数ではなかった。
And it's different than the Tsuburaya era. They didn't have enough staff members to actually do tokusatsu because they hadn't done it for so many years.
どうするかというと、実はその10年間やっぱり日本の映画界がものすごく環境が悪くなっていて。
During that 10-year blank area, it wasn't a good environment to make those kind of movies.
映画のスタッフというのは全部東宝という映画会社の社員だった昔は。
In the old days, all of the people who belonged to Toho were actually staff members. They belonged to Toho as employees.
でもそれだけでは足りないので、その時いろんなところにいたフリーランス。
So the word freelance became very popular at that time, and they would freelance, have people come in for positions that they weren't able to fill.
で若くてその正体の知らない誰もわからないフリーランスのスタッフが半分ぐらい入ってた。
About half of the staff were new people who came in and knew nothing about making a kaiju movie.
私なんてそのどさくさに紛れて。
And I was involved with the people who know nothing about making the kaiju movie.
でその時の仲間、結局彼らが全員やはりスター・ウォーズを見て日本でもこういうことができないだろうか、僕と同じようなことを考えて。
Well, most of them thought because they'd seen Star Wars, there's just no way you could make a movie like that.
そういう仲間と一緒に、ベテランの人たちは円谷さんの弟子だったりする人たちなんだけど、若い連中は全くそうではなかった。
All the veterans were people who were raised up with and worked with at Tsuburaya, but the new people coming in, of course, didn't have the experience.
そこでその世代交代が実はゴジラから始まった。
So when they first made Godzilla is when they had the change from the old generation to the new generation.
そんな中にある日こう外人が来たんです。
One day, a foreigner, a gaijin, came to the shoot, and that's him.
ビッグベーカーという。
Big Baker.
マーク・ステルトン。
Mark Stevenson.
という2人の特撮、アメリカの特撮。
These guys are famous in the special effects world, I guess. Yeah.
そうするとこうやって。
Oh, they did Kong in '76. He's won an Academy Award since then, so big time. Yeah.
そういうすごい人が来たので、我々もみんなで一緒に写真を撮ろうと。で、私なんかですね、ここにいるんですけど、一番いいです。とにかく逆なんです。最初に僕が2人3人で写真を撮ろうとしたらみんな集まってきてしまって。
At the beginning, I just wanted to take a picture with the two of them, and all the other guys came in before we took the picture.
そしてこういうものすごい人数で80年のゴジラが完成しました。
And with this staff members, this is how we finished 1984 Godzilla.
でもやはりその出来上がった映画を見てちょっと違うな。何かが自分の中で違ってた。
But up to other movies, the making of the movies up to now had been a certain thing, but with all the new members coming in, there was something different about it.
すごいことはいっぱいあるんだけど、もっと良くなるんじゃないか。もう別に自分なんか高校出たばっかりの見学者のくせに生意気なことを思っちゃったんですね。
but it might sound a little bit vague. It might not vague, but trying to think of the English here. Sorry, guys. A little bit vain. That was the word. It sounds kind of vain, but with the new staff coming in and the old staff actually leaving, and we not knowing much about anything going on, we actually we're not scared of something having new, and so we all of a sudden thought that we could create something like Star Wars after that.
その頃大阪というのはアメリカでいうとどこになる？
Osaka is like California. And
ニューヨークと東京としたらキャリフォルニアになる。
Yeah,
そのぐらい離れた町に住んでる大学生たちが自分たちでウルトラマンを作ってたんですね。
And so in Osaka they made a lot of Ultraman. So you're talking about in America it'd be the east and the west coast, but Osaka and Tokyo are not that far apart, but it feels like that. They're totally different cultures, even though it's the same country.
アマチュアがそのプロフェッショナルじゃない方法でもっと素晴らしいウルトラマンを
And so they, even though they're amateurs, they were making really some good Ultraman movies, even though it was amateuristic.
でそれを見てこの人たちは誰なんだろうってそこまで家を出て家出をして
And so he left home and he went to Osaka. And he took part in the making of the movie. And you don't need a translation, it's right there.
まあ書いてあるそれで大阪という町に、移ってそこにいる大学生たちと一緒に映画を作ることになりました。
And so he moved into Osaka and he worked with the college kids that were in the area studying to make films.
彼らも1週間の間にほとんど大学に行っているので金土日3日間しか彼らは映画に参加してくれない。
And so they were always, of course, going to school because they were students, college students. But so the middle of Fridays and Saturday and Sunday were the only 3 days that they had time to help make movies.
だから残りの月曜日から木曜日まではずっとミニチュアを私は作っていました。
And so they're at Monday through Thursday when they're at school, I was making miniatures.
で毎週週末になると近所の公園です。ただの公園です。ロケ場所じゃないです。
And this was not a location. We just go to the nearest park near where we were living or somebody was living, and we used the park as our location.
その公園の芝生に勝手にミニチュアを並べて勝手に戦車を並べて会場を
without any authorization to us or anything, we just used the park and we put all these things up on the grass and we just started making a film.
でこんなことをやっていました。ただこういうところで火薬を使うとさすがに怒られるので小さな花火を使って、
And they say if you use a lot of special effects and have a lot of bombs, of course people who take care of the park will probably get upset. So we used little fireworks, little firecrackers and stuff like that.
ここに私がいるんですけど、本番中私は何をして結局爆発した建物とかそういうのは別のカットで別に撮るんです。でここでは爆発そのものはできないので何をするかというと、この人は上から破片をしたり。
And they would have everything that every miniature that they would blow up, they'd actually take a different take for when they blow things up. So here, you got a guy that has a box and it has ashes in it inside, and so they would take that shot of it being blown up after without the smoke. It's ash, but it's actually plain as smoke.
でここで私はここにあるんですね。ほこりというかセメントの山を作ってまして、それを画面で見えないように蹴っ飛ばす。
And he'd have cement blocks, and what he was basically doing, he would kick the cement blocks into the picture.
そうすると画面の中に爆発した破片が飛んでくる。
So it would look like after the explosion, things would be flying all the way through the picture. And so they use these concrete blocks to make that effective.
そんなことをやって、こっちは夜中何を撮影するかというと、戦車のアップを撮るんですけど。
And then in apartments or whatever else, they use to shoot different scenes for the tanks and stuff like that, like in these pictures.
だって非常に狭い場所なので、こういうふうに撮った写真を大きくプリントして、そのプリントの前でこういうふうに撮影。
Because they had limited space to work with, very very narrow everywhere. They were taking these shots. They would take a picture of something and then enlarge it and put that in the background and use the miniatures to make it look as realistic as possible.
そして週末になった時はちょっと離れた 警察とか消防署があまり来ない場所が。
And then on the weekend, we try to find a place where there are very few police, very few fire people.
そしてそこにガソリンスタンドのミニチュアを作って。
And we made a miniature gasoline stand. And that's what we did to it.
これは立派な犯罪行為なので、今はもう時効になって時効ってわかります。
And so this would actually be, yeah, a very bad incident if they had those certain people around. So this would be against the law even today, probably.
30年前。
It's 30 years ago when we did this. You could, kind of imagine what would happen.
まあそれでこう大学生たちと嫌ですね。恥ずかしいですね。
I'm very embarrassed.
そして。それでもう一つちょっと待ってね。
There's something else he wants to show you.
で完成した映画のポスターを海田さんに書いてもらってこれを。
And Mr. Kaida actually made this poster for us for our movie. Nice. Yeah.
これもそしてそれから30年。
And then 30 years later.
30年経っちゃうとですね。ある一冊の台本ができました。私も50代。
And he was 50 years old, and now the new script has come to be. And that was Mr. Ano. He just, yeah.
そして新しいゴジラを我々が作ることになりました。
And the Shin Godzilla came to be.
ところが東宝という映画会社、ここに東宝の関係者いないから言うんですけど、ひどい会社なんですね。
I hope nobody here works for Toho, but you just want to say one word. They're really a crazy company.
本当に短い時間でゴジラを作らせて、ただでさえ短い制作期間の中で、さらに東京で毎年秋にインターナショナルフィルムフェスティバル、大体東宝のゴジラはいつも12月公開。
Yeah, usually most of the Godzilla movies have always been in December, the end of the year, and they have a film festival in between that. And that's why they don't want to interrupt with the film festival, but that's why Toho is a crazy company. This new movie, they didn't want to do it at the end of the year. They want to do it in the middle.
だから12月に完成するためにみんな頑張ってるのに、その映画を10月に見せろっていう。
And so they were working towards to get it done at the end of the year, like every other Godzilla movie has done. They said, no, we want it done by October.
だからほとんどのゴジラというのは今まで半年でする。
It took about 6 months. Every Godzilla has taken about 6 months up till now.
それでは我々はできないというので、もっと時間をくれと言いました。
And so we needed more time. We said, we need more time. We need more time. Give us more time.
どのぐらいもらえるかと思ったら、このようなタイムシート。
This is what they showed us.
まあ上が東宝、下がレジェンダリー。
See, they have Toho and Legendary, the both of them there.
2014年から2020年までが、東宝とレジェンダリーが契約したゴジラをレジェンダリーが自由に使っている期間。
Legendary and Toho have the contract where Legendary can use the Godzilla anywhere they want to until 2020.
まあレジェンダリーは何をするかというとゴジラ。
And so they made Godzilla.
そして
Godzilla King of the Monsters, yeah.
2018年。
In 2018 probably, and then Kong versus Godzilla.
まあこういう事業計画を立てて。
This is the plan.
ビジネスマンっぽいでしょ。
It looks like a business proposition, right? Yes.
でその間にどこで作るか。なんとなくわかりますね皆さん。
And you kind of understand how they're going to make it, right? So.
この期間で君たちはゴジラを作っていいと言われる。
Said they got it until 2020. They have the contracts, and they said, well, you have this one little area right between here that you can make a movie. So.
その2016年までに作る。2015年には。
And you say you don't need it in 2015, but you got to make it 2016.
と言ってもそんなんだろう。それでも今までに比べればだいぶ東宝としては今までよりはいいぞと。今までのゴジラよりも時間はもらえました。
But in this case, they actually got more time to make the movie than they had in the past.
まあそれもやっぱりでも時間があったと言ってもそれでも2016年の夏には公開しなければいけない。
But instead of at the end of the year, they had to get it done by the summer of 2016.
それはなぜかというと、2018年の夏には次のゴジラがレジェンダリーのゴジラが公開された。
The reason they're doing that is because the next Hollywood Godzilla movie will be in the summer of 2018.
そこから2年前まで他のゴジラを作ってはいけないという契約になる。
So even in the contract, they had to do it in that period of time, but it would be a breach of contract. So they had to do it in that period of time and get it done by the summer.
必死になって我々は2016年の夏に完成させたんですね。
And we were able to get it done and get it out in the summer of 2016.
そしたらこのゴジラのキングオブモンスターズは1年ずれてしまいました。
And then they postponed the next Hollywood Godzilla by a year. Dang it.
まあしょうがないですね。
Nothing we can do about it.
これだったら来年まで作れる。今公開になるかもしれないけど。
And so if they'd known that was going to happen in the past, you guys would not have seen Shin Godzilla yet because it may not have been made yet.
そしたら今回呼ばれなかったので、まあ早めに。
And so I wouldn't be seeing you guys right now.
まあそれで多分皆さん質問があると思うんで先に答えちゃいますけど、まあこのような契約になっているので。見えるかな。
He says that many people have probably asked the question, when is the next Japan Godzilla movie coming out? They cannot make it till after 2020.
Is that why they're doing all the anime stuff?
コングとゴジラの戦いを楽しみにしましょう。